Alright then. Jack, the back end.
The main exit is sealed. I very much doubt you can get through there. The catwalk above you was connected to a corridor meant for transporting materials. You can take that to the elevator.
Rude. Come on. I totally had you. Where anyway, previously, new machine. Capable of more triangles per second than ever thought possible. Disregard this one. Had a bit of a moment rolling around. There's many weapons I could use, or I could rely on my fists. Or sword, nature's fist. Or foot, the fist of the wild. This new machine exists and runs swimmingly. In previous session encountered many interruptions to stream that were in no part caused by the visuals, the graphics pipeline, the thing that was under stress testing. Outages were purely the result of the sad mathematical truth that it is in fact impossible for machines to talk to each other. Communication is an illusion. It is proven by science that all communication protocols are bullshit. Trust only the dropkick. Close enough. Alright. Now it's just 3 swordmen. This should be more approachable. Hold on.
What happened? What is going on?
Boy down.
Raiden, answer me! Raiden! Damn it!
These things happen. But also considering that's a fair number of points. Let's spend that. Turn numbers into numbers.
They found you! The main exit is sealed. I very much doubt you can get through there. The catwalk above you is connected to a corridor meant for transporting materials. You can take that to the elevator.
Close enough. Huh. Go figure.
I got him! Over here!
Knew there was meat in here somewhere. I will not bother with that. Places to be.
All right, follow the catwalk
Save the
straight ahead
children.
to reach the elevator.
My apologies, Raiden. I seem to have fallen behind.
No worries. Actually, I should thank you.
What are you talking about?
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have gotten Jack back.
Then, that is your true nature.
More or less. Still interested?
I find no reason to alter my objectives. From the moment we met, you have acted on emotional urges. You speak of protecting those weaker than you. Such people number in the billions. It is impossible. You cannot save every human being in the world. You cannot save every street child. After extended observation, I have come to a conclusion. Your actions are rooted in affinity for those from similar circumstances as yours.
Huh. Guess so. Not much of a superhero after all, huh?
However, your emotional status is understandable. Perhaps I share this same affinity.
Well, if that's what you feel, then glad to have you along.
Yeah, Jack, he just reported that your actions are motivated by human empathy. You feel for humans who feel as you feel. Beep. Man, on every occasion where Waggle is requested, it makes no damn sense. Like, everything about, you know, blocking and dodging and counter timings, that at least is all skill driven. When that goes wrong, the impression is, I timed bad, because I'm bad at time. These things happen. I timed poorly, I positioned poorly. I can identify mistakes and then never correct them, as I am bad at games. Whenever the Waggle command comes up, it's just, what do you want? I mean, I could joke about how these guys aren't interrupting as this occurs, but would you? Like, the only way I get those to, like, half consistently work is by, like, just taking my palm to the analog stick. Go full Mario
Look
Party.
out, Raiden! Another freight platform! Look out! Incoming!
And then if you do that, as has been demonstrated a few times already within session, you're then entirely out of position to resume maneuvering after you break the quick time thing. You get to spend a moment spinning around with none of your digits on any of the interface. Come on. Isn't out on this quality dog meat. This elevator is as tall as it needs to be. As tall as that one tunnel was long.
Careful, Raiden! The elevator cannot take much more of this! Jump to that adjacent platform! Odd. The platform is losing speed! Scheiße! The tripods are interfering! Raiden, clear them out of the shaft! Do not let them block the elevator!
Ah, come on.
They are deploying security from the top floor to the freight elevators. You pass to the server room leads right through them.
Cameraman, as much as I appreciate your fighting style, I am sort of trying to kick birds here. Ah, you had a magic hand. Multi-ape. Oh, we're here. We're here, they're here, everyone's here. There's only here. Come on.
Can't be happening. Raiden? Raiden! They are deploying security from the top floor to the freight elevators. You pass to the server room leads right through them.
Oh, you're already here. Isn't that pleasant? Here, only the strong survive. Truly now, Jack is back.
The server room's ahead?
Yes, according to what I have here.
What should I expect to find? If they're VR training those brains, I'm guessing it won't look like your typical IT department.
Quite right. Most of it will likely be occupied by life support units. Feeding oxygen and nutrition to the brains they have stored, you know. They would also need a server to feed them the VR data, but in terms of structure, it's really more brain storage and maintenance than a server room. But no doubt it makes a convenient euphemism for what they are really doing there.
Yeah, like how CIA agents refer to where they work as the company.
Indeed. Something like that would never arouse the suspicions of rank-and-file staff who may hear it. And I'm sure those complicit in this operation feel better not calling it the VR training room. Even something so simple as a name can help one ignore the truth of what they are doing. truly fascinating how the human brain works.
So this, whatever room, that's where Sundowner's waiting, right? If he wants a fight, I wish he'd just get on with it. He didn't seem the type to run and hide.
Well, he is in charge of security, but I suspect this is not about business. If I had to guess, I would say he is toying with you, testing you, perhaps.
Whatever he's doing, it won't change what's going to happen once I finally catch up with him. What? Miss Trawl? She's...
No. A spare body, if I had to guess. Likely controlled by an AI.
Boss free fights for all of 2 bosses. Game is perhaps shorter than maybe at one point ambitioned to be. They did what they could. Just think of how many kinds of weather they could have put in this room.
And a spare monsoon? Well, if it's AI controlled, it should pose no problem for you, yes?
Miss Troll. She's...
No. A spare body, if I had to guess. Likely controlled by an AI.
And a spare monsoon? Well, if it's AI controlled, it should pose no problem for you, yes?
Brain
Don't
room.
disrupt the students while class is in session. I believe you're familiar with the lesson plan. The same regimen you went through in Liberia. Effective program. Just look how you turned out. Of course, running it in the real world just got a bit too complicated. Doing it virtually, though, no fuss, no muss. Straight to the brain. It's like a dream. Well, maybe dream is the wrong word. They do kill some POWs, some civilians. They enjoy it though. We give their pleasure centers a nice big jolt every time. Plus, they get a shiny new body as a graduation present. Another thing you have in common. I chose this. They're kids, you son of a bitch. And kids are cruel. All people are by nature. They just lose touch with it as they get older. Start thinking they know right and wrong. That's immoral. War crime this, code of conduct that. Kids, you can mold, manipulate into performing all kinds of atrocities. And there's nothing like a good atrocity to keep a war going. That's why I'm shutting you down. You just don't see the bigger picture, do you? Say you bring this whole place down. Waltz out of the rubble with all these precious brains. Nothing changes. All the guys in charge are long gone, and we've got offices round the world. We're just suppliers. We don't create the market for war.
Brain noises.
And who
That's the sound
does?
brains make.
The Patriots are gone. Those guys just manage the war economy. They didn't invent it. Did you think every battle in history was all part of some big old conspiracy? Bullshit! War is just part of who we are. Why fight it? Anyway, none of this will matter in 3 hours. Demand for PMCs is about to skyrocket. Like the good old days after 9/11. What are you talking about?
That was a bit that really went over a lot of people's heads about the Patriots. That was spelled out when the Patriots were first introduced as a plot element in Metal
Do not
Gear.
lose him this time.
It just did so in a way that made it easy for it to go over people's heads. Back in MGS2, when the cyber colonel gives his speech and mentions stuff about being like formed in the primordial goo of the White Hat, he's talking about the existence of your shadowy council of, you know, secret power players being just a continuation of long-standing traditions of politics. They're just Freemasons. They're Freemasons in the future. What if the Masons had a gun? At the Patriots. The Knights Templar, but on the cloud. Oh, hey, buddy. I get to you. I'll fight that bot. Secret route in here somewhere. Fight that robot. AR view, what do you think? Yeah, you know he's there. Where's the route? Do I have to just platform out there? Oh, yeah, it's just a... Or, no, there's an invisible wall here. Never mind. The mystery.
How's this, Jack? We can play up here without damaging the merchandise.
What happens in 3 hours?
Don't matter. You're too late. Even at Mach 2, you wouldn't make it. And killing you is gonna take some time. Slow and painful. Like I said, kids are cruel, Jack. And I'm very in touch with my inner child. You can be cooler than that, Jack.
Football.
Explosive armor. Raven, keep your blade away from that shield.
Hey, this is fun.
Your body should analyze it for you. Show you where to attack so it does not detonate. If you can only hit the right spot with your blade, maybe you can drop his gun.
Thank you, Boris, for continuing to explore. Sir, do you mind? We are trying to have a meeting.
What happened? What is going on? Raiden, answer me!
They're outside the zone, so I can't kick them. They evade my boot.
You can be crueler than that, Jack.
Explosive armor. Raiden, keep your blade away from that shield.
This boss fight is here to make sure that you've noticed and started to use manual cuts in
Your
blade
body
mode.
should analyze it for you. Show you where to attack so it does not detonate. If you can only hit the right spot with your blade, maybe you can drop his gun.
Except you have this asshole constantly interrupting you. Fuck off. Sub-weapons are for nerds. Precision manual cuts are also real damn awkward. Fortunately, I believe the story goes that they accidentally didn't give Sundowner enough health. So one can brute force him down to dead without ever actually activating the rest of his sequence. This is probably not the run, but... by doing the mechanic, you're supposed to be able to cut the shield arms off one at a time.
What's wrong? Answer me! Raiden! Raiden!
You can be crueler than that, Jack.
Whatever scripting might have existed to force the issue is not active. And you can always decline to engage the mechanic.
Explosive armor. Raiden, keep your blade away from that shield.
Because yeah, it sure is the case that the only other precision cutting mechanic is more generous than he is. He's like, no, actually, draw my line precisely or perish.
Your body should analyze it for you. Show you where to attack so it does not detonate. If you can only hit the right spot with your blade, maybe you can drop his gun.
I'm fucking invincible! Come on! Try and hit me! Can't lay a finger on me! Can't break this shit!
There we go. Or not. That really wanted to make me think that that was the right cut. Man is lava. His invincible stove armor. So it's, if you manage a cut on the front, then a couple of his arms fall back and give you a chance to slice. As long as you're very surgically sure not to touch any other plate.
What? Raiden? No.
Then you may remove one arm.
You can be crueler than that, Jack. Can't lay a finger on me.
Explosive armor. Raiden, keep your blade away from the shield. Your body should analyze it for you. Show you where to attack so it does not detonate. If you can only hit the right spot with your blade, maybe you can drop his guard.
Okay, better. It's kind of rough, but the deal here is that the cuts get easier the more arms you've removed. There. Stove is dead.
I'll split you in two.
Scissor mode.
Got me! 3 times over, Jack! Time to die!
I love how early in this process the destroyed marker shows up.
It's over.
Just to be clear, all of that was gratuitous. Entirely unnecessary. Jack, he's dead. Jack, stop.
What happens in 3 hours?
He'll launch Operation Tecumseh.
Who? Armstrong?
I've already said too much. I have a call to make.
Got yourself shaving?
Asshole. He's good. Real good. You knew this would happen, didn't you? Well, you get your wish. Up to you now. Sam.
Raiden here. I've taken Marshall HQ.
Yeah. I have just entered Denver airspace. I will be there soon.
Hurry.
Raiden, what Sundowner said.
I know. Anything that'll rival 9/11 cannot be good.
And in 3 hours, maybe less. He said even Mach 2 could not get there in time.
If he was serious, that's over 4,000 miles away.
4,500. So whatever it is, it's not happening on American soil.
If it's gonna spike demand for PMCs, it's gotta be a political hotspot. A coup or civil war in a stable region wouldn't have a domino effect.
And they'd want to draw in a superpower. No.
What?
The president. He's on his way to Pakistan. If something happens to him there,
Oh, shit. The War on Terror Part 2.
contact the military.
Official channels are frozen since Mexico. Unofficial channels would take too long.
Besides, what's our proof? Who's gonna believe us over World Marshal?
Then we have to get there first.
Невозможно. Impossible. It is the other side of the planet. Even if we were in the world's fastest jet right now, it's not even close.
Hold up. It's not a jet we need.
Courtney?
An RLV would make it with time to spare.
That's...
Mach 23 if we're talking 1 atmosphere. 17,650 miles per hour.
Of course, we go to space.
done in under half an hour.
Right. Contact Solus.
Because the idea with the after boss conversations is that they just have enough life support and enough brain left to ramble on for a bit, and then explode. Should I be buying health? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Cargo's all set to go, sir.
Excellent. Commencing takeoff in semi-auto mode. You know, this kind of space launch once required days of preparation.
Solus has been conducting test flights almost every day for the last 6 months. As long as we're not breaking atmosphere, they said they can reroute today's flight no problem.
Amazing. The Earth is the cradle of humanity, but mankind cannot stay in the cradle forever.
I'm only going as far as the thermosphere. This thing can't pass the Carmen line. That lunar vacation will just have to wait.
And here I was hoping you might bring me back a monolith. Scheiße!
Nice.
2 bogies closing fast!
Is it?
Who else? The flight pattern suggests unmanned MQ-320s.
Shit.
This is a transport chopper. Our defensive options are limited. Missiles incoming!
EMP?
Yes, but not strong enough to take out the drone. Here they come!
I'll handle this.
Raiden! Have a nice flight.
And people say Germans aren't funny. There it is. All right, bring the chopper around. Okay, I'm coming back.
This is easier said than done, you know. Raiden! Raiden! I am sorry, my friend. Your sacrifice will not be forgotten.
That was quite the fall, Raiden. I'm glad to see that you are all right. It's time you got out of Denver.
perfectly good spine over there just went to waste.
What's wrong? Answer
I hope you're happy, officer.
Raiden!
That was quite the fall, Raiden. I'm glad to see that you are all right. It's time you got out of Denver.
Enemy sighted!
Raiden, are you all right?
I can handle this. You just get those brains out of here.
And what will you do?
Get out of here and to the launch site.
Ah, the young ladies' company, yeah? How fortunate they are in Colorado, too.
Yeah. Shouldn't take more than 2 hours with a set of wheels. Guess I'll just have to borrow some. A lot of cars got abandoned when the evac order came down.
But won't the roads be blocked? If you are struck by one of those missiles, or...
I know. Let me just worry about putting some distance between me and World Marshal. What's left of it.
So hold on, what it... Okay, good. Third Gecko. Acceptable.
Why? This can't be happening. Raiden? Raiden!
A soul can't be cut. Theme of fight with 3 cows.
Raiden, hurry! It may be an RLB, but it still needs time to accelerate and decelerate from first cosmic velocity. It could require more than 30 minutes to get to Pakistan.
Combat encounter with several orbs. Most damaging thing these orbs will do is distract the aim on the kick. Fine Meloja bits. Taking advantage of heightened frames.
I have located a route with relatively light security. I will mark the heading on your Soliton radar.
Please don't kill me! I would... Get off! Get off!
Raiden, I will join you in Pakistan. I will find a way to exit the helicopter. Proceed out of the city. I will contact you when I am on the ground.
Behind you!
Ah, you thought you found a prize! But it was apes! And yet the tables turn again. Apes are the prize!
You have escaped the pursuit?
Seems like it.
You have passed the last of the barricades. Save your strength. Find a vehicle.
Right. That should do nicely.
Borrowing a bike can be a chapter.
Everything okay on your side?
I am out of Colorado airspace and nothing on the radar.
Good. I'm almost there.
Right.
Having a little heart-to-heart?
I have analyzed his words and actions. I am unable to ascertain his motivation.
Fancy meeting you here.
You knew I'd come. I suppose I should thank you for not killing everyone at the launch site.
Well, not if you say it like that.
For a hired killer, you're not very good at your job.
The war is the big payoff.
Right. Big raises all around once World Marshal gets all those contracts.
I'm not talking about money, Jack. I'm talking ideals.
Excuse me?
Forget it. We've both heard enough speeches about higher causes by now. History will decide who's right. End of story.
I don't care who thinks I'm right. And I've got cause enough for killing you.
Huh? Oh, good. Why, that's very good. Yes, I like that.
Must
All right.
you really fight?
Don't interfere.
This is between us.
And it ends here.
Okay.
Dogbot cannot compute
Let's
rivalry.
dance. Just you and me, Jack. Not good enough. Not good enough.
So there must be honor. He is my rival.
Say goodnight. Walk right into it. Say goodnight. over! Get ready! Now we're talking! Say goodnight! This ends here. Say goodnight. Just getting started.
Alright, I think this is the time I have to. Yeah, that's not the disarm, that's the finisher initiating.
He is dead.
He barely had any cyborg enhancements.
He's an ordinary meat man all along.
Evidence inconclusive.
I guess even AIs don't know everything.
It is likely no single correct answer exists. Additionally, human conflict stems from opposing ideals and societal norms. I was not programmed with these guidelines.
You're better off figuring those out for yourself. ID locked.
A VT-7 high-frequency blade. The efficacy of the enhancement directly correlates to the quality of the original weapon. My file indicates Sam inherited the sword from his father.
Going to bury it?
I will retain it in memory of Sam.
He locked the sword.
We have less than 1 hour. Hurry!
Roger that.
This sword is closed. Fighting your rival can be a chapter.
Mr. Raiden, sir?
Where is she?
I'll tell her you've arrived.
Over here! Hi there, stranger.
Hey, you're looking good.
Aw, who's your little friend?
It's a long story.
Shake? Good boy. I guess we don't really have time to catch up.
Sorry, not really.
It's okay. Follow me.
So exactly what kind of...
You'll see.
You built that?
Yep. It uses a hybrid lace ramjet engine I designed. Well, are you in a hurry or not?
Right. Hey, thanks, Sonny.
Hmm? The flight plan is already set. You're good to go. Please switch off all cell phones and portable gaming devices. And remember, this is a no-smoking flight.
Roger.
Ready for countdown.
No time for that. Ignition!
Well, anything?
Nothing. You sure we got the right place?
Now, you might look at the last leg of that scene
Gotta
and think,
be.
what workplace
Only base
would
big enough for
allow
security contracted out to World Market.
such density of anime
I'm headed in.
on display in the environment? That's Hal's adoptive daughter. Anime is mandatory in that workplace. There are quotas. There are audits. Like, in order to get a job there, you need to prove that you have sufficient working knowledge of anime, both contemporary and historical.
You see that? Their exif codes show up as unaffiliated.
There is an
Wait,
exam.
Marshall has the security contract for this base.
An exam with
Why would they
trap
have the
questions
password
about knowing the
to the
difference
same
between
illegal exit
Robotech
code
and
as
Macross.
It's evidence against them.
No, it's their alibi. They're making it look like Desperado hacked their soldiers on site, because everyone knows Desperado has a contract with...
The Pakistani rebels. Oh, but if we go public with the Desperado-Marshall connection...
Won't matter. Not when they've got this nice big foreign threat all cooked up and ready to serve. The media and the public won't be able to resist. Remember WMDs in Iraq?
Damn it, you're right. It's another slam dunk. What about any humans on the base? Marshall only handled security.
Dead, most likely. Or brain-jacked, if they needed them to keep up appearances.
They'd never publicize what airport the president was flying into, not in this region. And almost no one would have access to an outside line for security reasons. It wouldn't be difficult to keep things hush-hush, at least until Air Force One arrives.
I'm heading for the control tower. If I can destroy the antenna array, the US military will know something's wrong.
Good idea. Be careful.
Sam's gone, and I blew the winds of destruction away. I'll be fine.
That's right, we've already systematically murdered every person of interest involved with this conspiracy. Ain't nothing left to do but busy work. Mission accomplished! Alright, this camera has to go. You are too rude! You and your brother, this is a no-gun zone. Sir, you know damn well a recoilless rifle is a gun. Alright, a volunteer from the... hold on. Hold on. Who dared? You! You have a perfectly good machete. How dare you besmirch this engagement? Now then, Hammerman. Very good. Situational awareness, folks. Use all your senses to avoid death. One less. How do I get to the other? You fiend. on. There, see? Use your sword. Like a gentleman. Alright, from here. Better. If a soul can't be cut, then what can be cut does not have a soul. It's okay to bisect robots.
Where are they?
The command orb.
Well, if it isn't Saucy Jack. Just a little too late, as usual.
Armstrong. Impressive little toy you've got there. But your plan ends here.
idiot! You're not ending our plan. You're expanding it. Check the internet lately.
Raiden, Air Force One is turning back to the States.
What? How'd they know?
Someone posted photos of what's happening on the base. The whole world is up in arms.
Show me.
Bring me the cloud.
How did they? The story leaked early. Then Marshall's plan is ruined.
The hell it is. Look what they're saying. The story.
Doctor, open all of my bookmarks.
Calling for blood.
But the president was saved.
And yet American blood was spilled.
By Americans. Besides, a few dozen soldiers is tragic, but nothing to start a major war over.
That's just the spark, son. The excuse we've been waiting for. America's wanted this war for years. The Patriots, they knew war was good for the economy. 4 years later, their legacy lingers on.
The memes.
They left us their great isms. Nationalism, unilateralism, materialism. Welcome maxims for those with no faith, without guiding principles of their own. Give yourself up to the whole. No need to better yourself. You're American. You're number one. Then the only value left is dollar value. The economy. So we'll do whatever it takes to keep it humming along. Even war. Especially war.
Bullshit!
The Patriots planted the seed. We don't need them around to filter and foster their memes any longer. We're spreading them just fine ourselves. Every American man, woman, and child. We're all sons of the Patriots now! We just need something to jumpstart the economy out of this funk. This recession it's been stuck in since the fall of SOP.
And the military costs? Wasting billions is going to help the economy?
PMCs, arms manufacturers, job creators, Jack. All those workers spending money, paying taxes. Trust me, a little war can work wonders.
So grease the gears with some innocent blood, is that it?
Oh, relax, Jack. It's a war on terror. We're not out to kill civilians. Extremists, lawless gangs, madmen. Of course, that would have to include you. Wouldn't want any eyewitness reports complicating the message.
Now, this is probably my favorite track in Raiden. To the extent that I could point at a thing and call it a favorite. It's not something I usually do, because things are good for different reasons, and so... like taking a body of media and saying, which one's best? Well, best what? But going by the criteria of, okay, I have the entire soundtrack sitting there and I want to hear one song out of it, this is usually first. Ah, what time? Engage, Mighty Boot. guess I'm supposed to... No, I'm just supposed to be dealing with this foot for a while.
Uncle Sam needs you to die, Jack.
Come on! Relinquish your spine! I mean, like, you're probably supposed to do more dodging of these, given that they do damage through your guard, but, no?
This can't be happening. Raiden? Raiden!
You keep dropping trash. Finally. All out of bits. There's nothing there. Now what's the little note at the end of those? Just one kill. You got him.
Slippery little bastard! I don't have time for this.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Let's go!
The hell are you thinking?
Played college ball, you know.
That's some cushy Ivy League school.
Try University of Texas. Could have gone pro if I hadn't joined the Navy. I'm not one of those beltway pansies. I could break the president in two with my bare hands. Don't fuck with this, Senator.
Football.
What the hell are you?
Why don't you stick around and find out? Let's not forget to enjoy this. Die, you little shit! You're nothing!
Cannot be! Raiden, what happened? You are supposed to be stronger than this!
Alright, so there is an amount of this you are supposed to be able to do in order to earn progress. Still. Okay.
Let's not forget to enjoy this.
There we go.
What? Nice knife.
Typical politician. Big promises, but all talk.
What?
Jumpstart the economy. What a load of bullshit! All you care about is lining your own pockets. That and your approval ratings. You've got no principles. Just like all the rest. If America's gone to shit, you're just another maggot crawling in the pile.
All right. The truth, then. You're right about one thing. I do need capital and votes. Want to know why? I have a dream.
What?
That one day, every person in this nation will control their own destiny. A land of the truly free, damn it. A nation of action, not words, ruled by strength, not committee. Where the law changes to suit the individual, not the other way around. Where power and justice are back where they belong. In the hands of the people! Where every man is free, to think, to act for himself. Fuck all these lipstick lawyers and chicken shit bureaucrats. Fuck this 24/7 internet spew of trivia and celebrity bullshit. Fuck American pride. Fuck the media. Fuck all of it. America is diseased, rotten to the core. There's no saving it. We need to pull it out by the roots. Wipe the slate clean. Burn it down! And from the ashes, a new America will be born! Evolved, but unchained! The weak will be purged. And the strongest will thrive. Free to live as they see fit. They'll make America great again!
What the hell are you talking about?
You still don't get it. I'm using war as a business to get elected! So I can end war as a business. In my new America, people will die and kill for what they believe! Not for money, not for oil! Not for what they're told is right. Every man will be free to fight his own wars! So, what do you think?
How the hell did you get elected?
Well, I don't write my own speeches. You should try fighting for what you believe in sometime, Jack. Not for a company or a nation or for anyone else.
Maybe I was wrong about you.
Am I finally getting through?
As I mentioned in the last session, Steve had this moment with every one of the bosses that you fought up to this point.
I was wrong.
They all had this throwdown and this conversation. Except for Kamsen. Kamsen wasn't let in on the real plan. Kamsen was just doing his day job. But the rest of the crew, the Winds proper, all got the talk.
Omelets here, Jack. Can't fret over every egg.
Not when you're purging the weak, right? What do you know about the weak? You weren't born poor. You've never been hungry.
Kamsen's the boss from the dog mode DLC.
And kill just to survive.
But you did survive! Through sheer force of will, following your own set of rules. With your own two hands, you took back your life!
And
He doesn't appear in the main game at all.
take yours.
Come on, Jack.
Anyway, fist fight.
Just this.
Why won't you die?
Nanomachines, son. They harden in response to physical trauma. You can't hurt me, Jack.
As much as folks love that line,
What did
I kind of
just
don't.
say?
I really wish no explanation had been offered. Just, this man is the Hulk.
To end this.
Of course he is. It's Metal Gear. Senator Strongman punch real hard. He played college ball.
Die, you piece of shit! All right. I think we're about done here.
Raiden.
Wolf.
Begin playback.
2 years I've been working towards this. And on the last day, Blondie has me doubting the whole thing. We'll leave it up to fate then, shall we, Wolfie? A duel to the death. May the best man win.
Sam.
I cut him down, and that's
I can
that.
accept that the line is
Back
there.
to a regularly scheduled international incident. But if he beats me,
And the results are fine.
if I die here,
But
on
man,
my blade will
imagine.
disable after a couple hours.
Because, like, that was my experience the first time I saw that scene.
You, Wolfie.
All of the lead up is
Even
just,
dead, that guy's
okay,
a pain in my
he's the
ass.
Hulk. Yeah, sure, right, let's go.
So, you think that little sword can save your master? Well, go ahead then. But make no mistake, Fido.
The Bronze Man of Colorado.
When I'm finished with him, you're next.
I was not designed to fear termination.
His kung fu is that strong.
However, Directive 01 is to ensure all data acquired is preserved and passed along. To expire here would violate that directive.
That's a good boy.
However, Raiden came to my aid. I have learned from him. When Samuel fell, data analysis was inconclusive. But that has changed. I have established new parameters now. Created my own directives.
He is his own master now.
Fuck.
He's free to fight his own wars. Like a good dog.
Damn much!
Armstrong! I said my sword was a tool of justice. Not used in anger. Not used for vengeance. But now I'm not so sure. And besides, this isn't my sword.
Come on!
Okay. Let's dance.
best you got. That's gonna hurt. You're going down. I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna crush you.
Tord, please. Tord, where even are you?
What's wrong? Answer me! Raiden! Raiden!
Temp 1.
Die, you little shit! This is how I work. I'm gonna crush you.
What's wrong? Come on, buddy, answer me.
Second attack.
Raiden? Raiden!
You're nothing. You're going down. That ain't gonna work. You're going down. I'm gonna knock you out.
Raiden, respond! Raiden! Raiden!
Hmm.
You're going down. You're going down.
Armstrong of strong arms.
Raiden, what's wrong? Answer me! Raiden! Raiden!
You're going down.
I have those 20,000 number. I could maybe turn those into something. Nope. No escape.
You're going down.
What's wrong? Answer me! Raiden! Raiden!
Steve. Steve, come on.
This is the greatest fight of my life.
Steve, do not be this way.
I'm gonna knock you out. Die, you little shit.
What? Raiden? No!
Steve.
What's wrong? Answer me! Raiden! Raiden!
Steve.
You're going down. Die, you little shit. That ain't gonna work. That's the best you got. How do you like that?
Right! What's wrong? Come on, buddy, answer me! Raiden? Raiden!
This is the greatest fight of my life!
Precision manual cutting.
You know what? Fuck this war. I just want you dead. My turn. That ain't gonna work. I'm gonna knock you out.
Fortunately, the boxes on those are generous. You don't actually have to do fine repositioning. Just get the angle right. Though that in turn makes, like... It means Sundowner is misleading. It's teaching you wrong as a joke.
Answer me! Right?
Steve.
Right!
You're going down! Die, you little shit!
Doing a little better as I gradually remember how Steve works.
That's the best you got! A whoop!
What's wrong? Answer me! Raiden!
Gradually.
Raiden! What happened? What is going on? Raiden!
Steve.
Answer me! Raiden! Damn it!
Ready or not, Jack? Here we go! Die, you little shit! Now I'm mad! You freak!
What's wrong? Answer me! Raiden! Raiden!
This is the greatest fight of my life!
What's wrong? Answer me! Raiden! Raiden!
See, the problem is the fight seems to expect a request that I would switch between aggression and some sort of other state of being I don't understand.
You're nothing! You're going down! Ready or not, Jack? Here we go!
Nobody answering.
Except for the sometimes where they do require you to realign and you have very little time to precision manual cutting.
What's wrong? Answer me! Raiden! Raiden!
You're going down! Okay! Now I'm mad!
Yeah, the lyrics are always on in this fight, unless you get disarmed, then they fade out until you rearm.
Ready or not, Jack, here we go! I like you, Jack, so I'm giving you another shot. I'm gonna knock you out! I'm gonna crush you! Might makes right! Die, you little shit! How do you like that?
Rude.
best you got.
The heart. The final spine.
Jack. Your dream dies with you. Oh, maybe not. You've guaranteed the status quo will go on. For a while longer, at least. War will continue as an institution. As an industry. Men will fight for reasons they don't understand. Causes they don't believe in. But at least I'll leave a worthy successor. You, Jack. You carve your own path. Use whatever methods you see fit. You don't let legal bullshit get in the way. And if it costs a few lives, so be it. Deep inside, we're kindred spirits. You and I.
The Infinite Wig.
Official pet right for your family? But first, our top story. President Hamilton returns from Pakistan today, completing his first visit to the country since the failed assassination attempt in Shahbazbad last May. In meetings with Pakistani President Farooq Salam, the two leaders agreed to a new joint initiative in the War on Terror, whereby U.S. Marines will be stationed in Pakistan and given wider authority to conduct operations within the country. This is amidst growing tensions within Pakistan between the country's civil and military leadership, with many in the government calling on the ISI Military Intelligence Agency to be investigated.
Unbelievable. After all that.
For the last time, let it go, Courtney. At least Armstrong will never be president.
But, I mean, Raiden.
It's not known whether that number would include private military contractors, which the Hamilton administration has made clear will play a significant role.
There he is.
I have excellent news. We are approved. The new corporation is established.
Nice work, Doc. I guess the world's first cyborg staffing firm is officially open for business.
We are certified for construction and long-term nursing care, but this is just the beginning. The potential for new roles cyborgs can play is limitless.
And we're sure this isn't child labor?
The older children can work now, the rest when they come of age. And it's strictly voluntary, you know.
We're not running a charity here, huh? Donations alone would not even cover their maintenance. Besides, this way they'll learn a trade. Perhaps some discipline, huh?
It's not a perfect solution. But you know what? At least these kids will get a decent education.
Well, I'm not about to return them to the streets or to broken homes. At least we can give them a chance, huh? Oh, oops.
An imperfect solution for an imperfect world.
Well, another benefit. A peaceful application for all my research.
Since when do you care?
Well, recent events have been food for thought, shall we say?
No kidding.
Speaking of recent events, how's our new recruit working out?
Ah, yes, quite well. Quite well.
Oi, Sonny! Where you have this then?
Hang on. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, okay. You make me head spin, you know? You're same age as me, but all this spaceship, you're genius, girl.
Mm-hmm.
And you're hot for days.
Huh? Where did that come from? Oh! Oh!
Do not startle Cyberdog.
Alert. Rescinding.
This is about a crazy world, nah? For me see that ninja, me never think I've been this kind of life.
Yeah.
Huh?
He rescued me too, you know. Saved my life. I owe him everything. To some people, he'll always be Jack the Ripper. I know all about his past. He had it rough. And he hurt a lot of people. But that's not the Raiden I know. The Raiden I know is a hero.
Indeed, the memes. Steven. Just a credit for Steven. Just Steve, you know. Steve. Playing the role of Steve.
Become a force storm. Looking down on the burgeoning sea, the skyscrapers rise, even men with the greatest intentions stop believing their own lives. We can borrow from the future, but eventually someone's got to pay. The only way out of the cycle is to strike out and pave your own way.
I have no interest in doing the dog DLC. I've sampled a bit of it in the past. It's about the way I don't play this. Dog mode wants you to do a lot of sneaking and a lot of platforming, and those are not the good parts of Rising. Sam mode is good. And I streamed a run of Sam mode in the past. It is stored on the tube. This and that would together constitute the one run of Rising, which I will have had done. My prior playthrough of regular mode was never archived. Yeah, Sam mode is... it's sword fight, just with adjusted priorities and a different moveset. He's your rival. He plays like you, but different, and that's good. Like with Sam, it's very broadly less blocking, more dodging, and you have a taunt button. More evade encounter than parry encounter. You still can parry encounter, but his blocks are less generous. And you have like his whole charge, drawing slash thing, the gun sheath, for a nice hefty alpha strike when you time it right.
How's business?
Oh, good, good. Herr Doctor's research and staffing service certainly help.
I hear World Marshal's looking for a buyer.
Well, you cost them a lot of money, no? Not to mention killing their funding. Literally. The break-taking program is finished, but the larger company is not, I'm afraid. Someone will buy them. PMCs are in demand once again.
Yeah. Fighting for reasons they don't understand. Causes they don't believe in.
Beg pardon?
No. Nothing.
So, your mind is made? You will not come back.
Sorry, Boris.
I understand. But then, what will you do?
I've got my own war to fight.
Yeah, we're never getting that. Rising 2. Tragic. Numbers. They have an alert counter. Outside of franchising. The Mr. 1%, that is a reference to a conversation that you can have on the radio where they bring up statistics about like innate hesitation to do violence that exists in people, and that on that metric Jack is, you know, abnormally, alarmingly down to fight. He is within the lowest 1% margin of time from chance of violence to do a violence. He just goes. And so from that, he jokes that he's a 1%er. Yeah, it's a lack of empathy thing, because the man is a monster. He is a horrible murder beast. That's his thing he does. And that's Rising.